All right, let's do it then. This is just the test lobby post-game screen, so don't panic. We haven't missed anything if you've just tuned in. All right, game one between Diaz and yanD, a.k.a. yanD, a.k.a. yanDiaz. This is not to be confused with Yan, XNZ, or Yan, the Yan, maybe the GOAT now, of Sam. Oh my goodness, what a start from Diaz. Top bins with the ceiling shot. Two Brazilian players in the North American ATR Cup number 3, round 1. That is an absolute banger from Diaz. Exciting to see these guys play on lower ping. That being said, Diaz actually has 64 ping, so I believe he's from northern Brazil, so he gets high ping on pretty much any server he plays on. Diaz versus Diaz. Yeah, so Yan's last name is Diaz, Diaz with an S, Diaz. So we got Diaz versus Diaz, and Diaz is winning. But yeah, this is your daily reminder to sign up for the ATR Cup. Oh, what a pass to himself that was from yanD there. Little pogo pass to himself. This being the main event, the beginning of the main event for the ATR Cup, means that the qualifiers are now available to sign up for next week. Use ! register in the chat or scroll down to the YouTube description if you do want to sign up to next week's tournament. Lovely mind game there by Diaz. He's going to tie the game. He's looking very dangerous in offense, both with the outplay potential and as well with the mind game potential. I've also got to give a mention, of course. I know you guys love it when I talk about all the different things you can sign up for, so I'll keep talking about it. Salt Mine signups. You guys watching live, I've got roughly 20 hours to sign up for EU quals, and if you're signing up for NA quals, you've got pretty much 24 hours left to sign up. We've got 875 players signed up already. Can we reach 1,000? You guys can help out with that. I'd love if you did, because it is one of the metrics that determines whether we'll be able to do one of these again in the future. Okay, let's see. Are we lagging? Yes, we are. That means I need to go full screen probably. Oh, please tell me this lag isn't going to continue. This is so annoying when it happens. No, don't do this to us. Why do you do this, Rocket League? Why is this a new feature? I don't understand. It's a different kind of script. Okay, we've got a slideshow, everybody. Different kind of slideshow here. Just like last time. I don't understand why this happens. I'm minimizing everything as we speak. I'm checking Task Manager. Do we have anything? No, literally no reason for this. Everything's fine. Except Rocket League. Rocket League's just doing this because I guess it's having a good time. Yeah, so welcome to today's slideshow, Diaz versus Diaz. As you can see with this slide, Diaz just stole the boost, and now as you can see with this slide, Diaz took the mid boost, and now takes the ball under control on this slide, up to this back wall slide with Diaz. But let's take a look and see where this next slide takes us. Has that gone in? Of course not. yanD has got full control on the backboard. Yeah, this is brilliant. I love this. It's so good to have a slideshow in Rocket League. I don't know what to do, though, when this happens. I really don't. Oh, double tap slide. Will we have a goal? No, we didn't. No chance to have a goal. Johnny Boy fixed the stream. Oh, that's such a good idea. Let me just fix the stream. Oh, wait. It's not the stream. It's Rocket League that's broken. Thanks for the good idea, though. Really helpful. Let me just fix the stream. Genius. Was that an own goal slide? No, it wasn't. It was actually just Diaz dribbling the ball across the back of his box. Yeah, hold on. Let me just fix Rocket League real quick, because obviously I know how to do that. Oh, flip reset slide. Did it go in? Did it? Wait. Yes, it did. We've got goal slide. That was exciting. Let's take a look at that on the replay slide. Yeah, sorry guys, in case you haven't picked up yet on the fact that I don't have any control over this. Wait, now that we've had a goal, is it going to be fine? No, of course not. It's right back to lagging. Okay, great. Is there any setting I can change maybe? Let's take a look at the video settings slide. I love that even that's a slideshow. Maybe we'll try 240 FPS. Let's try that. Yeah, it didn't like that at all. Let's try. Apply. Oh! No, that didn't work either. Full screen. I've been doing that. I've been going on and off full screen for a while. It is on full screen right now. Let's turn off light shafts, lens flares. Let's turn off... What is happening? Guys, what is happening? I'm so glad that the players can just keep playing. Let's turn off this. Let's turn off that. Let's turn off this. We'll leave on these. These are kind of important. Oh, hang on. Wait, we fixed it! It was one of them! It was one of them settings! That was almost a double tap off the outside of the post there from yanD. Well, okay, it was one of those settings. It was one of these ones. One of these settings is evil. Is it ambient occlusion? Nope. Okay, we're going to keep going process of elimination here. Is it depth of field? Nope, that's fine as well. Hey, Psionics and Epic, you're more than welcome for this this troubleshooting that I'm doing for your game here. Okay, bloom is fine. Is it light shafts? It isn't light shafts either. This is interesting. Not sure what it is then. Getting a bit confused here because I've just turned them all on one by one and we're right back to where we were. And now we're not lagging anymore. Okay, great. We've put all the settings back to what they were and now the lag is gone. Phenomenal stuff. Now, does that just not make sense to anyone else? I know I'm not very technically literate, but why has that worked? Why has that worked? Oh, what a dunk by yan! That's a 1-goal game at the end of this slideshow portion of the stream. Yeah, I'm pretty sure what we've done. I'm even going to change this back to what it was just to check. Apply. We're not even in... We're in full screen. We're in borderless. Okay, just so you guys can see. We're in borderless. I've changed every setting back exactly as it was. And now the lag is gone. We've literally turned them all off and on again. And now it's working. Oh, another dunk. We've got a tie game. Okay, well, you missed the Diaz winning portion of the game due to technical issues. But now that we've gotten into the non-laggy section of the match, we have actually got an exciting match. We've got a tie game. That's why tech support always asks you to turn it back off and on again. Can yanD steal this? Diaz is pre-jumped in the way of him, but the dunk is on target and in! Oh my goodness, he's done it! yanD with 3 dunks in a row wins game 1. That one's just dropped in barely across the line as well. That's phenomenal stuff. Welcome to Arm the Rebels. yanD looking to take down Diaz in round 1. Remember, if he can do this, then he will actually advance not only into the quarterfinal of today's tournament, but also into the main event of next week. Okay, guys, I'm going to put the Salt Mine sign-up link in chat. Arm the Rebels sign-up link is with !register, but please do take a second to click that Salt Mine registration link if you've not done so already and sign up for free for Salt Mine Quals on Thursday. We might be able to hit 1,000 sign-ups, which would be really cool. We're at 875 right now, but this time yesterday I think we had like 600, so a non-zero chance we could get it. You guys can help out. We could definitely pass 900 during this stream, and then maybe overnight we can get the K. I believe in us. I believe in us to make it happen. Sign-up cutoff date and time is in 20 hours from now for Europe and about 24 hours from now for North America. So phenomenal start for yanD. So far undefeated in ATR main event, so that was a comeback win in game 1 as well. He's had some tidy plays at the start and the end of the game. For the middle of the game, I honestly couldn't tell you because we were watching a slideshow. Diaz equalizes with a air dribble bump. Been a bit quiet so far, Diaz. Hasn't been the most productive with his offense, at least not compared to his usual level of 10 goals a game that he's able to produce. I've been very impressed with yanD, especially that little comeback at the end. 3 dunks, and all of them very different types of dunks. He had a little near post squashy kind of shot, low 50 dunk, and then an air dribble dunk as well. But Diaz is firing now with his aerial game. And this is where he's most dangerous, of course. No longer need to explain this to you. I feel like a year ago when Diaz was on the pitch, I did have to explain to everybody who he was, what he was about, what you should expect with his gameplay. Now everybody knows though, Diaz on the pitch, you're going to get a lot of air dribbles, you're going to get a lot of flip resets, you're going to get a lot of goals. Incredibly mechanical player. This goal doesn't come from the air though. yanD not able to get a good enough save. Let's take another look at that. Could he have done a better job? Oh, certainly. I think if he waited a bit longer there and tried to post-pinch it, that would have made more sense. The landing that he went for was always going to be a slow one. Diaz very much running away with game one now, adding some simple goals to his more complex goals that he got at the start of the game. As for yanD, I'll be honest, I'm not as familiar with his game as I am some other South American players. yanD here getting a little bit out of position, trying for a boost seal, and he really didn't have time to do that, and really, yeah, nowhere near enough time to grab that boost and make it back to defend the incoming wall shot. Game 2 going very strongly in favor of the favorite. That's what I tried to say. It's a bit harder to say than I expected. Favor of the favorite. Oh, he's just scoring with every touch now. Diaz 6-1. Might have leaned forward in his chair for game 2. Or maybe he was having the slideshow issues we were having in game 1. Really odd to see those kind of slideshow issues appear. Doesn't feel normal. Doesn't look like normal levels of lag, you know? Nice demo by yanD. That's going to be a goal for him. Yeah, yanD is a player with a little bit of RLCS experience himself. He's definitely a known entity in the South American Rocket League scene, even though he's a bit of a newer name to the one scene. Well, at least compared to Diaz. Yeah, pretty consistent top 8 player in RLCS over the past few seasons. A very awkward situation here at the near post. Both players running pretty dry on boost. You can see that Diaz thought about the boost seal, decided against it. Yeah, they're just playing this matchup on Sam servers, Jack. yanD and an American player called Bora were the 2 lowest seeds, so we decided to put Diaz and yanD against each other so that they could both have the Brazilian server for at least one game. They do have to play US East when they play against anyone else in the tournament. Diaz and Wavy, the top 2 seeds. yanD, one of the bottom 2 seeds so far. He's favored quite well in the match. Yeah, 64 ping on Sam's server. I think that's because Diaz is from the northern part of Brazil, which is why his ping to American servers is usually better than other South American players. So he's way up there. So Brazil's a very long country. Nice top bin shot there by Yan to come back within 3. Am I right in saying that the very bottom of Brazil is farther away from the very top of Brazil than Canada is? I think this is a true fact I read somewhere. Canada is closer to northern Brazil than southern Brazil is. So southern Brazil is so far away from northern Brazil that you'd be quicker as the crow flies going to Canada, which is an insane thing to think about. Because North America is quite a long continent, quite a tall continent. What ping range would I say the game becomes a little bit more difficult? I think you start to really notice it around about the 80 to 100 ping mark. You know, playing with 40 to 60 it's very playable. When you get up to like 80 and 100, you can notice that you're playing on ping very clearly, but it is still pretty playable. And then when you get up to like 120, 140, it becomes very difficult to play, like almost unplayable. It's about the maximum amount of playable. Google says true. Yeah, thanks for confirming that fact, Jack. It is something that blew my mind when I first read it. I was like, there's no way. Then I went to Google Maps. I was like, oh my goodness, that looks accurate. I like that you've Googled it. I went to Google Maps and I just looked at the distance. I was like, yep, checks out visually. Lost at Ocala at 200 ping before. Unlucky. I remember that actually. Did you make a video about that? I think you did. yanD's called next here, so let's go ahead and get us into game number 3. Oh no, don't tell me. Guys, what is going on? Admin mode's broken. It's not letting me click it. Oh, okay, I can use the arrow keys. It's not letting me click it. Everything's broken today. Probably anything for the views. Oh, that was nearly a disaster. Admin mode wouldn't let me click on the timer. I've never used arrow keys for that before, but it works, so good to know. I think Khaled is focusing on his studies right now. I think he's trying to become a doctor or something, I read somewhere. But okay, game 3. Diaz comfortably winning game number 2. yanD came back from a 4-2 deficit to win game 1 by a single goal. If you missed it, it was a very good comeback. He dunked Diaz 3 times in a row and actually won it with a 0-second goal. And we also had about 2 minutes spree, maybe 3 minutes spree in the middle of the match where it was literally a slideshow. We were not able to see what's happening. It was great. It's really good content. You're welcome. My friend is studying to become a doctor and the amount of studying is criminal. Yeah, you say that it's criminal, but wouldn't you want your doctor to have studied? Like if you were there on the operating table and somebody came in and you tell them what's wrong with you, you know, take a look at your like little chart that the nurses have written up, and then they just tell you, ah man, yeah, oh yeah, that's tough. These symptoms sound awful. If only I could remember what on earth that meant. Because I, you know, somewhere in the back of my mind, I feel like that was a class that we had in uni, but I wasn't really paying attention. Just gonna be straight with you, mate. In that moment, I feel like you'd be a little bit stressed out. Oh, what a save by Diaz. He's actually landed pretty well here. Yeah, I think if there's a job that, you know, studying might be necessary, it would be doctor. I think, you know, some of you make a mistake as a doctor, you know, lives could be at risk. Where can you see the bracket? Is there an exclamation mark bracket command? I think there might be. What you said about Canada, Brazil isn't confirmed. It isn't actually true, but it is in fact the case for the South American continent. What do you mean? I don't understand. What about the South American continent? What are you telling me that my fact about Canada being closer to northern Brazil, the very northern point of Brazil, is closer to Canada than it is to the most southern point of Brazil? And by Canada we mean the most southern part of Canada, I would imagine. Or just the closest part of Brazil to Canada. That has to be true. I looked at the map. Looks real. It looks true and real. Well, so far, in the first real look I've taken at yanD's 1v1 gameplay, I'm impressed. This guy looks like a match for Diaz that Diaz has to lock in for. That being said, Diaz has really warmed up to the occasion and now he's starting to take control of the series completely as you would expect him to do. I looked at the map with distance it with my fingers. Source is unfaultable. Yeah, I would agree. Please put a current match in my title. I'm just gonna leave it as the NA thingy. It's quite a long title already, so we'll just do this. Plus, we're already in game 3, soon to be game 4. I think Diaz probably has this under control. He's just a bit too clean around the pitch for yan to keep up. You know, Diaz has ironed out a lot of the kinks in his game that he had when he first burst onto the one scene. An extremely solid player now. Did Diaz win the Champions Road for South America? I can't remember if he played it or not. But surely he won it if he did play it. If he's able to win North American ones tournaments, surely South American ones tournament should be automatic for him. He did. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's just a different level right now. His claim for best in NA is, it's a good one. You know, it's a good claim, and when he's doing that with 100 ping, you know, winning in Sam with 64 ping is definitely easier. When when yanXNZ's not playing. I think if yanXNZ was back to playing ones a lot, that would be a great match. Diaz versus the other Yan. No disrespect to yanD, yanDiaz. But yanXNZ is one of the most successful ones players ever coming out of South America. Oh, wow. Well, yanD's getting inside his own head a little bit here. I think at some point in this play, he's got to just decide to hit the ball. I mean, he went nowhere with that one. He was overthinking what Diaz was doing instead of just picking his moment to challenge. Oh, so I remember I saw that now that you mentioned it. So Diaz forfeited the upper bracket and then reverse swept anyway. He just went 2 straight in the grand final, double limb bracket. Yeah, Diaz kickoff has also been crushingly effective recently. Bangs in a double tap off the deck to make it 7. I wouldn't be surprised if that's another forfeit. Just everything Diaz does just too fast for yanD to keep up with now. In and out save almost connected, but not quite. Hey, shout out to the 17 of you that signed up for Salt Mine since I shouted out the qual. We're up to 887 members now in the qualifier signups. Between EU and North America, I'll tell you the exact breakdown. Let me just quickly check. EU has 486 signed up. NA has 403, so if NA is going to catch up, then we're going to need a lot of you guys. And I know there's probably a lot of NA viewers right now because it is NA hours. And this is the NA ATR Cup. But yeah, if NA is going to catch up, you guys have all got to sign. You play Salt Mine if you're banned from RLCS. Well, they're separate tournaments, so yeah, we're not gonna stop you. I don't know if did Champions Road ban players who were banned from RLCS? Don't remember if they did. They didn't? Yeah, I think you're fine then. I think you're alright. The only issue that you could potentially run into is if you tried to collect prize money and they're like, actually, you're banned. But nah, they're different tournaments, so I wouldn't expect there to be a problem. It is Psyonix prize money, but I wouldn't expect them to have an issue with that. So Diaz takes a 2-1 advantage in the series. He's starting to take over. He had 20 shots this game, 20. And we had a forfeit with 20 seconds left. He probably could have got another shot or two at the end there. Well, let's get into game 4, see if yanD can take us the distance. He's going to need to, first of all, start to even out the kickoff disparity. He's been struggling to gain possession off kickoffs, largely due to Diaz's excellence. He's so consistent with his own kickoff these days, even coming out on top of players who are notorious for the kickoff success, such as Zapatos. Last time I saw Diaz play Zapatos, he was able to win the majority of kickoffs there as well. So what can yanD do to try and gain some foothold in this match? Starting off with some clean possession play from him. Diaz going to deny the turn. Notice Diaz just repeatedly hitting the ball here to stop yanD from turning. Continually hitting it over his head, and what he's done with that is gained the entire pitch of territory, which gives him more space to work with. yanD bumps him out of the way though. Tried to flip onto the boost and missed it. Yeah, from Australia. Yeah, the AU gang. What time is it in Australia right now? Is it like 9 in the morning? Something like that? 8 in the morning maybe? What time is it? I'm going to guess it's 8:30. Yeah, 8:29. I was going to say 8:29. And then next week, NA will have daylight savings. So you guys will be able to tune in an hour later in the morning over there in Australia. Instead of starting at 8 in the morning, this tournament will start at 9 in the morning Australia time. Which will be a nice little lie-in for anyone wanting to tune into ATR in the morning. Bit harder for Europe though. Europe does start extremely early in Australia. Oh, that's just, he's got that on lock. Diaz with another top bin ceiling shot. Just ridiculous accuracy. 10:30 west, 10:30 east, 8:30 west. And then West Australia is where most of people are, right? Oh no, sorry, wait, 10:30 East Australia is where most of the population is. Now I'm just confused. Why is it that early already? Or why is it that late in the day? I'm not confused. I'm not sure how that ended up happening. Yeah, it looks like Yan is just in a bit of trouble here. This one's getting away from him more and more with every passing game. He's, you know, kept game 3 scoreline more respectable. Okay, now he finally gets on the score sheet with a nice mind game. We'll probably have Diaz versus Moxie next. What do I think of the matchup? Is that what it's looking like? Does it look like Moxie's going to beat Skippy in their match? Moxie's taking game 1 against Skippy 8-6, game 2 6-2. Well, I'm going to be casting that match next, so I wouldn't mind it. If that's the match we get, I'm not going to complain. That would definitely be an interesting one. Because while we've got Brazil versus Brazil in an NA tournament on low ping, South America versus Europe in an NA tournament is also even ping. Both players would be playing with a high ping connection. I'd back Diaz to win it, obviously, because he's got the experience playing with a high ping connection. What about you guys? Moxie versus Diaz, if that is the match we're going to see in the next round, who do you want to pick to win that one? And you sign up for Salt Mine even if you sometimes have bad luck with your rotations? That's a great question. Awesome sauce. Really good question. Yes, we do not discriminate against players who get bad rotations with Salt Mine sign-ups. I'm sure a lot of you guys have got terrible rotations. You're all welcome to sign up. Players of all ranks and all rotational capability are able to register. No, yanD is not Furia. Yan is a different Yan. yanDiaz is his name. He's taking a game off Diaz today, which is a good result. Flat out respectable to take a game, and comeback game as well. But once Diaz got rolling with his kickoffs, with his offensive game, Yan was not able to stop him. I mean, he's just not been able to defend against Diaz effectively. He's not been able to dispossess Diaz effectively. Diaz has had confidence attacking from all angles. You signed up for Salt Mine. Love to hear that. Keep it up. Can we hit 900 signups this stream? We're at 889 or something right now. I'm not actually sure what the ATR signups are at as well, but we're trying to hit 500 signups for ATR next week. Just sign up for everything, basically. Some people are sick of me saying it, but it's a big deal. Oh, Diaz mishit the flick midair, but nearly dunked on Yan, who's missed an open net here. That's a horrible open net miss, because with the amount of time he's got left, he can't really he can't afford to miss any opportunities. Never mind wide open ones. Johnny, how do I get good enough to qualify for Salt Mine? Isn't there a site to get better? Well, it's a good thing you asked, because if you go to thenextrank.com, you can sign up for a Rocket League course that's coming out next month, made by myself and apparently Jack. And you can learn how to get better at the game, which will help you qualify for Salt Mine. It all comes together. It's all connected, you know. So Wumbo, thanks for 94 month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you back. Hope you're doing well. Was looking like a formality for the rest of the game here. Diaz and yanD have not gone the distance. Diaz looking to win 3 straight and eliminate his countrymen from the tournament. Elsewhere in the tournament, Wisty and AJ have both already advanced to their quarterfinal match. They're going to be playing on Hootie-Hoo's channel up next. Wavy dropped a game to Bora, but then looks to be winning out there. So all the favorites so far in the ATR Cup 3 for North America are looking like they're going to take the dubs in the first 5 matches of the day. yanD will have to settle for a game in the series, and most likely just a single goal in game 4. But at least he stopped the 7th for Diaz from going in. He's going for a second here himself. Has the mind game. Oh, Diaz has enough boost though, so no chance for yanD to get a goal. GG's. Diaz advances to the quarterfinal. It looks like he's going to be playing against Moxie